Old Blood Noise Endeavors took my 2 favorite mono reverb pedals and put them into one stereo pedal, Darklight. One side of the pedal is Darkstar, which can sound like this. It can sound like this. And Darkstar can also sound like this. The other side of the pedal is Sunlight, which can sound like this. It can sound like this. And Sunlight can also sound like this. The sounds in Darklight are the same sounds that you'll find in Sunlight and Darkstar, but with Darklight there's some stereo stuff and some extra features as well. And if you want to know more about all the different modes on Sunlight or Darkstar, I have videos of both pedals on my main channel. The spread knob on Darklight controls how the pedal works in stereo. So if you turn this knob all the way up, Sunlight is on one side and Darkstar is on the other. And if you turn this knob all the way down, the pedal is in mono. So what I like to do is keep it somewhere in the middle, but now I'm going to show you what it sounds like when you move this spread knob. The Darkstar side is going to sound like this. And the Sunlight side is going to sound like this. So both of those together sound like this. This switch over here turns Darkstar on, and this switch here turns Sunlight on, and the center switch freezes them. So you can choose which side freezes with this toggle here, or you can keep it in the center to freeze both. What I like to do is I like to freeze Darkstar on the crush setting to create like this like gritty bed underneath whatever I'm playing. Darklight has trails, which means that your reverb will gradually fade out when you bypass each side of the pedal, instead of your reverb having like a hard cut. But if you want to change that, there's a switch on the inside of the pedal that lets you turn trails off. Darklight has momentary switching, which means when you hold down the switch, the effect only happens when you're holding it down, and it will stop when you let go. And so what I like to do is I like to bring the mix of Darkstar all the way up, and then use that momentary switch to bring in Sunlight for like a really nice moment of clarity. You can use an expression pedal to control a bunch of knobs on Darklight just by using your foot, and you can set that up however you want. So for example, you can set like how much you want a certain knob to turn when you're using your foot. On Sunlight, I really like to keep the rate low and the depth high. But when you turn the rate up, it starts to sound a little silly. So when the rate is up, I like to keep the depth low. I set the expression pedal to turn the rate up and the depth down so you can transition between two good sounding sounds seamlessly, and you can control that with your foot or whatever you want. You can also use the Old Blood Noise expression ramper to switch between these two sounds, and the way you do that is by using this toggle here to switch between A and B. So Russ and I actually flew out to Old Blood Noise headquarters back in November to star in the short film announcing Darklight. And when we got back home, we got to write the music for that. So we started off by using the Moog DFAM and the Arturia Mini Freak, which together sound like this. Then I sent my harp through the Old Blood Noise beam splitter, which sounds like this. Then I added some Sunlight sounds in the mix. And I also added Darkstar sounds for ambience.
Darkstar, Code Blue.
Then I combined Sunlight and Darkstar at the apex when everything came together at the end. Thank you so much to the entire team at Old Blood Noise Endeavors for making me a part of this. Russ and I had an amazing time filming the Darklight release video. And if you want to, you can check out my Patreon because I have some really fun behind-the-scenes looks at everything that went on there. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you all, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for this.